Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. By now you've probably caught wind of some controversy within the XRP community that's been discussed for the last several months or so, maybe a little bit longer, having to do with insufficient developer activity on the XRP ledger. And there is data to support the idea that those chains that don't have sufficient developer activity are less likely to pump when we get to euphoric points in market cycles. So it cause for alarm in some people's minds. And data is data. But look at this headline. Over 1,500 projects now in the XRPL ecosystem with multiple use cases. Is that right? That's right, folks. Over 1,500 projects now in the XRP ledger. Is that not a sufficient quantity? Is the number correct? Well, I'll share with you where it comes from and some thoughts on this, but I'll just tell you at the outset here, I am glad that the XRP community has been discussing the level of developer activity within the surrounding the XRP ledger. I personally am not concerned because I think that if the current level of XRP ledger developer activity were something that were going to hinder the price action of XRP, I don't think that XRP would be in the top 10 cryptos by market cap today. And I don't think it would have stayed in there for over a decade, especially not with the SEC having effectively attacked XRP holders for a few years. I think that there are other reasons that coins can and are listed where they are, even large cap coins. And I'm going to break down what I mean here, but I'm going to share with you some specifics about this developer activity and all these use cases, stuff getting built on the XRP ledger. And you guys can tell me if you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, and we can keep the conversation going. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now, I want to start by sharing with you this headline to first drive home the points, and some of you may have heard me make this point before. I'm going to share with you additional information. Excuse me, folks. Sip of water time. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. I'm going to share with you this additional information to get this party started because, again, I think it's very clear that there are a lot of factors that go into consideration when people determine what cryptocurrencies they're going to invest in. And that's why you get this headline from the Crypto Basic. Report, 99% of all Tron addresses in profit amid ongoing rally. Well, how the hell is that? Is this some sort of fluke that is not sustainable? Because you look here, I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. There are 16 full-time developers in the Tron ecosystem. That is so few, you might as well round down to zero. Yet Tron, today, is number 10 in market cap, I kid you not. $12.1 billion market cap. Is this just a bunch of stupid idiots just throwing their money in and it just pumps there and it's going to fall? Because sometimes stuff like that happens. People put it in, there's a pump and dump schemes. And is that what's happening? Well, no, it's actually not. The market doesn't only care about developer activity, and this proves the point. And I first came across this fact thanks to Raoul Pal, former Goldman Sachs exec. He's the founder and CEO of Real Vision. He's an XRP holder and pro XRP. Thinks it's going to go to over $10. And look at this headline. This is from, where's the date? October 13th, 2023. Can Tron stablecoin dominance boost TRX? TRX being the ticker symbol for Tron, of course. And here's another headline from Finbold. Tron emerges as go-to blockchain for stablecoin transfers. This is from November 1st of 2023. And check this out, because this is the reason that people are putting money in Tron. It's because the blockchain is functionally being used even though nobody's building something on it. It's being used for stablecoin purposes. It's literally, as stated by Raoul Pal, the largest stablecoin ecosystem in all of crypto. So check this out. While neither the world's largest nor world's best-known blockchain, Tron has been gaining ground when it comes to transactions involving USDT. In fact, at the time of publication, Google Trends shows that global interest in Tron USDT has been as high as in Ethereum USDT over the previous year. The trend is further corroborated by a paper published by Brevin Howard, an Isle of Jersey-based hedge fund with over $35 billion in assets under management, titled The Relentless Rise of Stablecoins. Between January and August 2023, Tron accounted for 35% of volume, 37% of transactions, and 49% of active stablecoin addresses, according to the document. Folks, the 2017 cryptocurrencies, the ones that were in the top 10 or top 20 in terms of market cap, almost none of them are today. Almost none of them. But Tron is. That is super rare, and now you can see why. In fact, look at the price going back to the beginning of time. You can see in 2017 it was a fraction of a penny, and this happens to be when I jump in crypto. And so I've shared this before. I do own Tron. I've owned it since late 2017. It was I think it was late November when I purchased it. It could have been the very beginning part of December, and so I've been holding it since then. It rocketed up, and it still hasn't seen a new all-time high, but it was in the gutter. It was presumed dead until suddenly it wasn't. And you can see, especially throughout 2023, the price has just been steadily increasing to the upside. And that's without any sort of euphoria or mania, because I don't think that that's where we are in the market cycle. There's a lot of excitement, but I don't see true mania like we've seen in the past, like what led to the all-time high in 2017. I don't see that. Or technically it topped January 4th. I didn't realize that. That's actually funny enough. That's the day that XRP hit its all-time high as well. But anyway, it's been moving to the upside. And so for the people that are screaming developer activity, I appreciate that you want more building on the XRP ledger, and I will work with you to continue to spread that message, because that's smart. It is a metric that matters. It is not the end-all be-all. As evidenced by Tron, again, which again has almost no developer activity. XRP, it's been mostly going in the right direction in terms of more adoption, but it's not a crazy amount, but that's because XRP is adopted for other reasons. It's just fantastic for payments. That's what the market has decided. The market has decided that matters, or XRP wouldn't have the market cap it has. Period. It just wouldn't. Sustained for over a decade? No, I don't think so, sir or madam, because the other coins that don't have developer activity, that have very minimal developer activity, they're not large cap coins anymore. They're not. But XRP is. That should tell you the market thinks that, no, it's useful. And it's evidenced by the fact that Bitcoin, 356 full-time devs. Now, fine, that's way more developer activity than for XRP, but look at the market cap. Like, Bitcoin has over $1 trillion market cap. XRP has a $30 billion market cap. So, per dollar put into the ecosystem, there's more developer activity on the XRP ledger than Bitcoin by a lot. Almost no one's building on the Bitcoin blockchain, especially when you factor in the actual market cap. So people don't care about developer activity for at least 3 coins in the top 10. That would be Tron, XRP doesn't matter. At least doesn't matter that much. I'm not saying it doesn't matter at all. It does. But for Tron, XRP, and Bitcoin, it's like, because they're viewed as useful for other reasons. Bitcoin, it's the first mover. It's store of value. It's been adopted. People value it. Like, standards matter to people. They just do. So you look at that, and then of course now for other platforms where you can build more stuff because you have smart contract functionality, you have Ethereum here. By comparison, way more activity in terms of developer activity. It's just the market doesn't matter, it doesn't care that much for every single coin necessarily, but 2,392 full-time devs. Pretty crazy, right? But you would expect that because Ethereum has layer 1 smart contract functionality. And you know what's really cool is to think that in the future, XRP, if the Hooks Amendment is ever actually implemented, then the XRP ledger could in the future have layer 1 smart contract functionality. And if that happens, I think you're going to see the developer numbers increase dramatically. So there is still that possibility. So that would just be, the cherry on top, right? When it comes to XRP, because again, it is functionally useful. There is an actual ecosystem here. And also there's the question though, is this number even right? 45 full-time devs for XRP? Because I had a conversation with a Ripple employee in December, and I was told that that can't be right because just Ripple alone has more full-time devs than that building on the XRP ledger. So there is a question mark there. There could be way more devs, and for some reason this could be misreported. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I was told. And then there's this article, which I cited at the outset of the video. I'm going to get to in a second here, but I came across it thanks to XRP community member Pompous Maxi. He shared the article and wrote the following. Do all these XRPL projects suck? Or is this a lie? Or is 1,500 not enough? Why do I keep hearing that no one is building on the XRP ledger? Over 1,500 projects now in the XRPL ecosystem with multiple use cases. Now, folks, that is a rather salient point. So yes, there's all this developer activity on Ethereum. And I brought this up point before, but it's worth repeating since we're talking about it again here. Are all those developers, whatever they're building right now, are they going to be building the same thing as in 10 years? Or will almost every single project end up failing? And I guess that almost all of them are going to fail, because that's what happens when people are experimenting and trying new things with new technology. It can be a messy process. It can be very chaotic. It can cause a lot of stress in people's lives. But it's a good thing. It's necessary. Also, people tried to build all sorts of things at the advent of the internet in the 90s and early 2000s. Now we got YouTube, we got Google, we got Facebook, we got Uber ultimately because of the internet, All sorts of cool stuff ended up being built. But almost everything that was tried on the internet in terms of businesses, this and that, almost all of it failed. Of course. So the fact that there are this many developers and this many projects that people are pushing for, just understand, quantity is not the same as quality. And so with the XRP ledger, forget the developer activity in terms of the number of devs. That's why I'm saying it. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. But is that the most important metric? I'm not so convinced. Because the XRP ledger is functionally useful. Things have been built on the XRP ledger that are functionally useful. The market seems to be recognizing that. And so when I see these arguments, oh, we need more developer activity, XRP, it's going to fail, and people start to get stressed out in here. Well, we also, if this number is correct, 1,500 projects on the XRP ledger? I mean, you would think most projects on any blockchain would ultimately not be sustainable, but I'm glad stuff's being tried. But doesn't that represent something happening here? And I'd say the answer is yes, but again, more important than that is just what I think is an undeniable fact that quality is way more important than quantity. And so that's why the chains that have way higher developer activity, they're the ones that tend to take off. That's true. But that's because even though most of those projects unquestionably are going to be garbage, that means there are at least a few that are good, and those are the ones that are recognized. And so even if you scrape away the rest of the crap and you just had say there were 40 developers on Ethereum. Well, if those were good projects, I don't think the quantity of developers would matter. It's the entire it's the market as a whole recognizing that there are projects deemed today anyway as useful. That's what it is. It's not the number. That's not the reason. But you can look at the number and say, since there's a large number here, might there be a few that are useful? And since the answer is typically going to be yes, that's why those are the coins that take off. It's not because of the number of developers. It's because of what has been built on those blockchains, which is why I'm bringing the point home. I don't think people are looking at this sufficiently. And that's why what I'm arguing is we have that on the XRP ledger right this second. We already have it. Even without Layer 1 smart contract functionality, we have it today. That's why XRP is in the top 10 cryptos by market cap. That's why I'm not freaking out about this. The more time I've had to think about this, the more it's just sunk in. I'm like, guys, we're fine. That's because the market says so. Why am I so convinced? Because the market says so and has been saying so consistently for over a decade, despite a ferocious SEC attack. That is incredible. The market isn't wrong here. I did respond to Pompous Maxi because I have a question about this. And again, I already said perhaps the numbers are wrong from Developer Report. But according to Developer Report, there are only 45 full-time devs and 136 monthly active devs. Are those numbers incorrect? Because I doubt that small number of devs is working on 1,500 projects. So look, something's got to be incorrect. Is that 1,500 number incorrect? Or do we not have a proper read on the number of developers building on the XRP ledger? Something's got to be off to some degree. But here you can see, and this was shared by Pompous Maxi also, this is xrpl.org, 1,500 plus apps / exchanges built on the XRP ledger. it's very clearly there's real activity and real utility coming from the XRP ledger, unquestionably. Which leads us ultimately to this, and you guys just have to tell me, like, I am really not worried. I'm glad we have the discussion. I will lock arms with anybody that says yes, we should push for more developer activity. Absolutely, I'm on board with you. But I just don't share in the fear that some people have been saying makes reasonable sense. I think the market's right, not the people that are saying we should be afraid. But the headline here again, over 1,500 projects now in the XRPL ecosystem with multiple use cases. Data shows that the XRP ledger, the blockchain powering the XRP ecosystem, is now home to over 1,500 crypto projects. According to details provided on the official XRPL website, more than 1,500 applications and exchanges have been established on XRPL since its inception. These development efforts span a wide range of applications. They cut across sectors such as non-fungible tokens, gaming, security, payments, central bank digital currencies, custody services, and other use cases. XRPL empowers teams to construct and manage elements or systems crucial to the operation of the XRP ledger. These include nodes, developer tools, storage solutions, security measures, and other essential components. Examples of established XRPL-based projects providing infrastructural services include XRP Toolkit, XRP Scan, and Toho Labs. In developer tooling, developers can harness the power of open source libraries, software development kits, and other resources to facilitate project construction and access vital XRPL functionalities. Successful XRPL projects in this aspect include XTokenize, 3ZY Labs, Evernode, and Blockforce. Also, XRPL empowers developers to build interoperable solutions for the crypto industry. Specifically, XRPL interoperability allows developers and node operators to construct and operate custom sidechains using the XRPL streamlined and efficient feature set. So folks, it sounds to me like there's a bunch of stuff that has been built on the XRP ledger, yeah? Lots of it. So, I think that it is the case that a lot of developers out there didn't build on the XRP ledger while the SEC stuff was going on. Not surprising that developers would be turned off by that. So developer activity would be higher than it is today if that hadn't occurred. Okay, fine. Too bad, so sad. We can't do anything about that. That's the case. That's how history unfolded. I think it's also the case that there's a lot of hate towards XRP and the XRP ledger. XRP derided as the banker's coin from the earliest of days, and now Bitcoin obviously is the real banker's coin, but so that's kind of funny in hindsight. But it was shouted down, and I think that a lot of developer activities aren't occurring on the XRP ledger, either because of the narrative, the developers that perhaps would have chosen XRP ledger are unaware of its functionality. Some, maybe it's because of just the negative sentiment from the toxic Bitcoin maxis out there. These are all things that presumably would play to some degree a role, even if not the largest of roles. But still, we're here for a reason. It's not a fluke that XRP's number 6 in market cap. It's not a fluke that Bitcoin's number 1 in market cap, even though there's almost no developer activity when you consider the $1 trillion market cap. It's not a fluke that Tron is number 10 in market cap. It just isn't. It's because it's viewed as useful. The market is valuing utility. So yes, the asset class moves in tandem broadly, but there are a lot of us out there that are focusing on utility. That's why I'm here with XRP. I still believe it. I'm just one single data point. But clearly, a ton of other people agree with me. Our XRP would have fallen out of the top 10 by market cap long ago, and we'd be having reactionary YouTube videos instead of this one. It would be very different. And things can change over time, but my God, there is clearly a place for a cryptocurrency that can do what XRP does. And there clearly are projects that are succeeding, built on the XRP ledger. Now, I don't know that we need 1,500. I don't know that all of those are going to be around a decade from now. But I think that most projects built on any blockchain are going to fail. But I'm very glad that people are trying stuff. That's healthy. That's good. Try it. It's new technology. See what you can build with it. Certain things will stick. And with XRP and the XRP ledger, certain things already have had staying power. There's certain things I don't think are going away. And there's always going to be a place for a cryptocurrency and a blockchain that's just really good on layer 1 for payments, broadly speaking. The market values that. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.